So we've just used a for loop to iterate through the reader object and print out the data one line at a time. So in a for loop, row here is your kind of iterable variable which will change accordingly, and it iterates through the reader here and it prints out each piece. So we got our output, which was that we seen in the last video. Now to target specific data, note how this would be considered like a row, and in that particular row, if you want to target, use a string indexing row 0, so position 0 in that row, and then over here you would have row 1. So that's how we can target it there. And so this would be another row. Then each time row iterates around, that's the data it brings back. And if you wanted to target specific data, you might print row 0, or similarly row 1 if you wanted the times. And so use object indexing to print out the distances only. So for us to do that, we're going to use the square brackets for indexing and target a particular area, and this will give us the distance. Well, you've got to remember here that this is your original kind of output, and so this is index 0, index 0, index 0. To print out all of these distances, to do that you use this here. So let's do that in the editor. So print out distances only. Distances only. To do that we go again, we'll use the same variable for row in reader. You're going to print, the last time we printed row, we printed out everything. We're this time going to say for each row that you're iterating through. So for each row that you're iterating through, I just want you to print out the index 0 of that row. So distance first of all, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If we run this, we will get out, that's not the output that we wanted. And I think the reason for that is once you've used reader once, you can't use it again. So let me get rid of that. Let's try it again now. And this time you get the distance. So that's a little bit of an issue with reader there, that once you've used it once, if you want to use it again, you've got to kind of access it again. So if we want the times instead, we run it and we get the times. And so as we've just seen, none of this is permanent. We're printing out stuff here on the fly. So we need to find a way to store this stuff, and so that we can manipulate it and change it and do stuff with it. And see us in the next video for how to do that.